Hi, my name is Johnette Whittington. I am part of Team One, and I am the question discussion director, and my presentation is over the Toulmin model. The first question is, what is the Toulmin model? What is it used for? The Toulmin model breaks down an argument in pieces to get a better understanding of someone's claim. The Toulmin model can also help by setting a blueprint to creating an argument. This model helps organize someone's argument to make sure it's structured properly. Going on to the second question, who created the Toulmin model? A man named Stephen Toulmin, born in the year 1922 and died 2009, was the creator of the Toulmin model. He was a British logician and philosopher, and he wanted to create a model that was able to break down an argument into 6 parts. Which leads on to the next question, the third question, which is what is the 6 parts that make up the Toulmin model? The 6 parts will be the claim, ground, warrant, qualifier, rebuttal, and backing. A claim is basically a statement that someone has made, the main principle of the argument. Like, for example, if someone says smoking should be illegal, that would be someone's claim, and then they would have to find evidence to support their claim, which is the ground. As for the warrant, that's what ties the claim and grounds together. The qualifier identifies the limitations of the claim, which leads towards the opponent's or the opposite side's rebuttal. Basically, a counter argument going against the claim. And lastly, the backing is what provides more evidence to the warrant that is connecting the grounds and claim together. Going on to question 4, how does the Toulmin model work? Well, first, there must be an understanding of the argumentative text to be able to break down each part into the model. Which, let's look at this example. Okay, so there are dogs nearby my house. I hear barking and howling in the distance. Dogs are animals that can bark and howl. So chances are there could be dogs nearby. There's a possibility that the animals could be wolves or coyotes, but I'm aware that my neighbor has 2 large German Shepherds. So I really liked this example that Purdue Owl gave. So just to go over it. So from our understanding of this argument, this would be how to break this down. First, we have to identify the claim, which the claim would be, there are dogs nearby. Then the grounds would be, you hear barking and howling in the distance, which helps support the claim with evidence. Then the warrant to tie these 2 together would be dogs are animals that bark and howl, which goes back to supporting the grounds and the claim. Having these 3 components are very important when creating an argumentative essay or position essay in this case. These next 3 components are optional in some cases, but they are important when someone is trying to support their argument. After the warrant is identified, let me say that again. After the warrant, identify the backing, which in this case, it would be, that, in this case, it would be, that your neighbor has 2 large German Shepherds. This is more evidence to backing up your warrant. Then the qualifier comes into play, which is indicating a rebuttal, which is the counter argument to the claim, which would be, so chances are there are wolves or coyotes nearby that this could be a possibility, but not absolute. I hope that made sense. And then going on to the last question, which is, I had a typo on this one, but it should say, what is this model, or why is this model important? The Toulmin model shows if an argument is flowing in the right direction or needs to be fixed. It allows others to see the argument in detail and in different parts. And then for my audience questions, the first one would be, what is an example of an argument that can be used by the Toulmin model? And the second question is, do you see this model as helpful? Why or why not? And that is the end of my presentation.